first grade, so in addition to your math review packet, which isn't too tricky, I wanted to do some just word problem review practice together because as I've been giving the one-on-ones, it's kind of been a while since we focused on word problems, and I just want to review how to work through those, how to look at certain words and just practice doing a few with you. And I thought it would be a fun way to also have another video for you. So you need a whiteboard in front of you, ideally. If you don't have a whiteboard, please get a piece of paper. And we're just gonna do a couple of problems and try and figure out how to solve them. So my first problem is this. I'm actually just making it up. So let's see, Callista has, you don't have to write the problems. You can just watch me as I read them, but then you will need to work through them with me. So Callista she's got 12 cats, all right? She has 12 cats, simple enough. Hopefully you can see that. I think you can. Callista has 12 cats. Let's see, Nash has 22 cats. I don't know where you guys got all these cats from, but it's pretty nuts. Callista has 12 cats, Nash has 22 cats. And my first question is, how many more cats does Nash have than Callista? So let's double check. How many cats does Callista have? She has 12. So let's underline Callista. Let's underline 12. All right, how many cats does Nash have? He's got 22, so Nash, 22. Now the question is, how many more cats does Nash have? Now here's the thing a lot of you will do when we do these problems. You'll say, well, what do I do? Do I do addition or subtraction? Well, I can't tell you that. Your grown-ups can't tell you that. Only you have to read through the problem and figure out, what do I need to do? So the question is, how many more cats does Nash have than Callista? So am I gonna add these two together? Let's try adding them together. Should I do that? 12 plus 22, 2 plus 2 is 4, 1 plus 2 is 3, 34 cats. Is that my answer to how many more cats Nash has? No, Nash doesn't have 34 more cats than Callista. He only has 22. This would be giving me how many cats in total do they have. If I had said, how many cats do they have altogether? Then you could have just added the numbers up, but that's too easy for you. How many more cats does Nash have? Now, again, we used to do something called comparison bars, if you recall, where you would do a big bar at the top, and that would be for Nash because he has more, and we'd write the number 22. And we could do the C for Callista, and we could do the number of cats she has, and then we're trying to figure out how many fewer cats, which would be how many more Nash has than her. So if she has 12 over here, now we can kind of see the information and determine, okay, I'm trying to figure out how many more Nash has than Callista. There's a couple of ways you could do this. You could either count on from 12 until you get to 22. Let's try that way. So 12, and we have to keep track on our fingers though, so that's why it gets kind of tricky. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. How many more cats? 10, okay. So that was one way to get it. You can also say, well, if Nash has 22 cats, also for this part, please be filling these out with me. And if you need me to slow down, just pause the video. We can say, well, Nash has 22 and Callista has 12. So let's take away that many and let's figure out how many are left. We can do 22 minus 12. And we can do this, we could actually do it vertically. That's right. Oh, sorry. Let me analyze this. Okay. We could do it vertically instead of doing it across, which could be tricky. You could do these numbers in your head, but for some of you who need a little more sort of like, what's the word? I don't know. It just, if you need help if you need help visually, this will help you out. So 22 take away 12. Well, 2 minus 2 is 0, and 2 minus 1 is 1, 10. Oh, okay. There it is. I got the same answer. So you could do comparison bars for this. You could do subtraction. Something else you could do pictures. You could do, Callista has 12 cats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I like to make sure that I have them nice and orderly. Oops. And then Nash has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh boy. And now we can figure out, well, we could say, how many do they have that's the same? Well, 12. So Callista has a cat, Nash has a cat. 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 Callista, Nash, Callista, Nash, Callista, Nash, Callista, Nash, Callista, Nash, Callista, Nash, Callista, Nash. Okay. Now, how many more though does he have? Because they each have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are so many ways that you can solve this problem, and quite frankly, unless the directions ask you for a specific way, you can solve them however you want. It's just a matter of being able to know what you can try and making sure you know what is the question asking me, okay? Don't just rush into these problems and go, oh, 12, 22, 12 plus 22 is 2 plus 1, 34, 34. So many of you do that. If you're sitting there like, oh, that's me, that's natural. You just want to answer the questions, get it done with, but you got to pay attention to what it's asking you. Okay, let's try something else. New problem, new people. Okay, start over here a little bit. Elle has some cookies. Kaylani gives Elle 8 more cookies. Now, Elle has, oh, I don't know, 17 cookies. How many cookies did Elle have originally or first? So let's go back, let's recap our info. Elle has some cookies. So Elle has some cookies. Do we know how many? No, that's our question mark. We don't know. Kaylani gives Elle 8 more cookies. So she gets plus 8. Okay, interesting. Now Elle has 17 cookies. Okay, how many cookies did Elle have originally? So I'm gonna go ahead and move this because I need new room, I need new board. So I'm going to look back at my info. Elle has some cookies. So she starts with question mark. Then what happens? Oh, Kaylani gives her 8. So we can say she got this many plus 8. And now she has 17 cookies. And the question is, how many did she start with? We're still trying to figure this question mark out. How many did she start with? Well, this is what we call an unknown number problem. So you could rewrite it like this. Blank plus 8 equals 17. And there's so many ways to solve. You could do Math Mountain. You could say, okay, 17. If I have 8 over here, how many would go over here? 8 plus what's going to get me 17? You could switch this because, remember, addition is just subtraction in reverse. So we could read backwards and change it to subtraction and change our problem to 17 minus 8 equals blank. You could do so many. You could count on from 8 to find your unknown addend. You could do 17 minus 8. You could do it in your head, taking it away, 17, 16, 15, counting down. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to utilize Math Mountain because I know my doubles. And in doubles, I know that 8 plus 8 equals what? 16. So using this piece of knowledge in my head, I know that, well, if 8 plus 8 is 16, but I'm looking at a number that's one more than 16, I know that this is going to be 9 because, and then let's fill it in. Let's double check. Is 9 plus 8 17? Let's count on from 9. Ready? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 5, 6, 7, 8. I added 8 and I got to 17. So many ways that you can check these problems, check these answers. Okay, let's do one more problem. We did how many did she start? Let's do a simple one. Who haven't I used? Who else is in here? Okay, let's say Zane has 12 frogs. I don't know, guys. Zane has 12 frogs. Jackson has 15 frogs. Noreen has 8 frogs. How many frogs do they all have? How many frogs altogether? How many frogs total? Total is that word that when we see it, we go, oh, total? Total means I'm going to add these up. It wants to know the whole entire sum, the total. So this is a 3 add-in problem. How many frogs did we start? Zane has 12, Jackson has 15, Noreen has 8. So those are our big numbers. So we're looking at 12 plus 15 plus 8 equals blank. So again, as you solve this, I know a lot of you like to do mental math, which is great, and if you can, good, but it's really important to check yourself when you got your answer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to actually add up 12 and 8 first, because I know that if I add 8 to 12, and 8 plus 2 is 10, 12 plus 8 is going to get me 20. So now my problem looks like this: 20 plus 15 equals blank. And now I'm working in 10s and 5s. So easy. Well, 20 plus 10 would be 30, plus 5 more, 35. Doing the rest of this in my head. I could write it all out. 12 plus 15 plus 8. You want to make sure that you arrange it though so that your 8 is in your 1 spot. And then I could do the same thing. 8 plus 5. So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Plus 2 more, 14, 15. 15, I put my 1s down here. I carry my 10. 10, 20, 30, so 3, 35. I hope this helped. I hope this was a fun exercise for you to do. I try not to use the numbers, to use numbers that were too tricky, but again, I want to reiterate how important it is to, when you get a word problem, don't just see the numbers and go, oh, okay, oh, 8, 17. 8 plus 17. Make sure you read that question. That's so important, because otherwise you could do the totally wrong operation, right? You could totally mess it up and think that you got it all correct. All right, I don't need to erase in front of you because we're not in my classroom. Great job, and bye.